Peter, hi, how are you? I'm Penny from the ABC. Nice to meet
Penny.
you. Look, it's where it all happens.
Yes, it is where it all happens.
Amazing building, by the way, and massive.
And massive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much bigger than our little store in St John Street, so we've got a lot more room to grow. My name's Peter Harbeck. Started CoolThings.com.au about 7 years ago, and we started online to begin with, and we started by importing a cool little gadget, a remote control car. I remember feeling very sick to my stomach sometime because we transferred a lot of money to some unknown person in China to import this product.
How many did you buy?
We bought like 1,000 of them. 1,000 of these little remote control cars that fit in the palm of your hand, just because we thought they were so cool. So we started selling them online to begin with, and then it sort of just snowballed from there. It grew from there. We opened up a store probably about 6 months after we did that, and we started using local suppliers and importing a few more things and stuff like that. So
Why did you start online rather than, I don't know if it's the old-fashioned way, I don't know what the word is anymore, rather than opening a shop front?
well, we started it because I was working in another job, and it was easy. I've come from a technology background, an IT consultant, so it was fairly easy for me to start it. I know there's some barriers to the whole online thing, but just came very easy.
What are those barriers?
They're things like not knowing how all the technology fits together and how to. It's sometimes very daunting when you look at how do I take payments and what sort of a system do I need and all that sort of thing, like and how does it fit in with what I want to do and what I want to achieve and stuff like that. Can be quite like, oh man, this massive thing that I know nothing about. Coming from a background of IT, it was a bit easier for me, but like in talking to friends and people that I've helped out, like it's like, I have no idea, it's it can be quite daunting.
If you got your online store going and you were selling things were going okay, why then did you go back to opening the shop front?
There was a couple of reasons. One, some suppliers didn't really like it that we were just online. So it's like, oh, you're just online, oh, what are you doing, and all that sort of thing. And we don't discount or do any sort of craziness to products and stuff. So, but still, like, suppliers want to support the bricks and mortar store, and that was one reason. The other, one of the other reasons is legitimacy and like we are a real business. We're not like some operate in the backyard or the garage sort of business sort of thing. We're real people. We have employees. We have wages and lease payments to make and all that sort of thing. So we're real. So.
You're real. Well, I'm in here and I can vouch for the fact that you're real. What sort of challenges there does it pose to have an online shop as well as a normal store?
One of the major challenges we had to begin with, and it sort of stems from the point of view is you want to have an experience in store and you want to have an experience online as well. And one of the big things that people want online is they want to know if the products that you are selling, you've got them available and stuff, and you're not sort of. There's a term called drop shipping where you take the order and then you find some warehouse somewhere to ship it out from. So that was a big challenge for us. We had a physical store where people were walking in and buying cool things, and then we had the online store where people were walking in on their computer and buying things, and then keeping the stock managed between those two systems because they were separate. So we really wanted to show what we had available and stuff online and have that accurate. So like people come, they buy, and they know that it's going to get shipped out before 12 o'clock that day.
What's the percentage of customers online to people that actually come in and buy things?
It's pretty big online. It tends to be very big at Christmas time. I'd probably say, maybe 75, 80% online. Yeah, 20% in store.
And where are the customers from? And I'm trying to get an idea here if people from Launceston or Tasmania are just too lazy to come down here. They know you're online, so they do it that way.
Well, yeah, surprisingly, you know, we have people that live in Riverside and Trevellyn and stuff. They order online because, you know, it's easier for them. You know, they work or whatever. But we deliver all around Australia. We get a lot of orders from WA because it's we do flat rate shipping as well. So we can send something to some far out Darwin address and all that sort of thing. So,
what about internationally?
We do a little bit of international. There's a lot of paperwork that goes with the international stuff, and usually it's for when people really can't find what they're looking for, you know, overseas in the US and stuff. So we send to the UK, the US, New Zealand. The shipping costs are quite high, so people really, they do really want the things.
People like to use Tasmania as a brand for all sorts of different products. Do your customers care where you come from and where you set up?
Well, they don't tend to. I mean, everybody knows that we're from Tasmania because we've got that on our little sheets and paraphernalia and stuff. So, no. I mean, being in Tasmania, I mean, I love living here, and I'd never move out of Tasmania. So, like, being online is great because you can do the online stuff anywhere. You know, you can love living in Tasmania and, be online, shipping all around the world, shipping all around Australia. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Despite whether it's in the shop or online, the retail sector are going through a bit of a hard time at the moment. How do you think being online could help that or eases that burden?
Well, being online, it just opens you up to a whole other market. Your market's the whole of Australia. So if you've got a little corner store, you know, in Launceston or Hobart or wherever you are in Tassie, you know, and you're not online, you're kind of missing out. When we started really small. We started with one product, actually, and, you know, built on that. So you don't have to go all out and do splashy things that cost, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So getting online, you know, is the way to go. You know, I'd recommend it.
You're here at your desk with two computers, or maybe just two computer screens. Yeah. How much time do you spend here at this desk as opposed to behind that desk out there where people come to?
Well, I spend most of my time, you know, working on the online part of the business, but we work with a business coach as well, and he comes in and gives us heaps of cool ideas to work on the retail side of it as well, the physical store layout. So most of my time is actually spent on the online stuff because that's how I'm wired. My wife works in the business as well, so she does a lot of stuff in the physical store. So.
And this is your storeroom here as well?
Yes. So
can I have a look?
Yes.
Let's have a look at the stuff.
This is where we do all the orders. So orders come in and all the packing and, you know, all our boxes that we ship out things. We recycle a lot of things, so, you know, all of our boxes are pretty much recycled, and we reuse a lot of things instead of having that cost involved in the boxes. So.
And I see some here that are already in post packs ready to go. I've always wondered about that. Do you go and do a big buy from the post office of all of those sorts of things, come back here, do it and then drop it off?
No. So when we initially started, and this is where, you know, most people start, we started doing that. But one of the things when you start growing is you find, oh man, that just takes a lot of time. Our system integrates with Australia Post, so we just click a few buttons and Australia Post gets all our parcels and we print out our labels now. So it's very easy for us to do, you know, hundreds of orders a day.